The secret to mastering the art of conversation with women. Let's get started. You've probably heard the famous phrase, "First impressions are everything." When it comes to winning over a woman, this saying couldn't be truer. The way you present yourself, whether through your posture, tone of voice, or choice of words, can determine whether she pays attention to you or not. Think about this. Imagine walking into a place and, just from your posture, exuding a vibe of confidence. Women pick up on this almost instantly. Signals of insecurity or self-assurance are always on their radar. So even with small adjustments to your behavior, you can leave an incredible impression. For instance, instead of worrying about what you're going to say, focus on what your body is saying. Stand tall, avoid nervous gestures, and please maintain eye contact. Don't look at the floor or act as if you're afraid to meet her gaze. Looking her in the eye, paired with a light smile, shows that you're confident, and that's very attractive. Your tone of voice also matters a lot. A "Hi, how are you?" spoken firmly and warmly is much more memorable than a barely audible "Hi." You can feel the difference, right? The first conveys confidence, while the second sounds hesitant. The trick isn't to shout or overdo it, but to speak clearly and with presence. Now, avoid those classic mistakes that ruin your chances right off the bat. Seeming anxious or needy. You know those generic lines like, "Can I get to know you?" Forget those. Try something more natural. And contextual, like, "This song is great, isn't it?" This way, you come across as present in the moment and confident enough to start a conversation authentically. Do you know what really makes a guy stand out when talking to a woman? Knowing how to listen. It seems simple, but trust me, it's a huge advantage. Truly listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak, shows that you care, and that makes all the difference. When you genuinely pay attention to what she says, she feels special. And let's be honest, who doesn't like to feel valued? This skill can turn any conversation into a genuine exchange, something deeper than just surface-level chit-chat. Listening doesn't mean staying silent. Show that you're following along. Nod your head slightly and take the opportunity to ask questions that show interest. For instance, if she mentions she loves traveling, ask something like, "Really? What's the most amazing place you've ever visited?" This opens the door to deeper and more interesting conversations. Another thing, no distractions. There's nothing more off-putting than talking to someone who keeps checking their phone or looking everywhere but at you. Stay focused, maintain eye contact, and be present. This shows that you prioritize the moment you're sharing. Here's a golden tip. Sometimes the best response is simply validating what she's feeling. If she vents about a tough day at work, instead of trying to fix the problem, say something. Like, "Wow, that sounds like a really rough day." It's simple but powerful. It shows you understand and care, which creates an emotional connection that few people manage to establish. If there's one thing that really makes a difference in a conversation, it's creating an emotional connection. That's what transforms a casual chat into something special she'll remember. Want to know the secret? Go beyond the basics. Ask questions that truly matter to her, like, "What motivates you every day?" or "What's your biggest dream?" These kinds of questions make her pause, think, and share something personal. That's when the magic happens. And it's not just about asking questions, you know? Sharing experiences is essential. If she says she loves music, for example, you can talk about a concert that left a lasting impression on you. This creates a bond between you and shows that you're willing to open up too. And guess what? When she feels you're being genuine, she'll feel comfortable doing the same. Another thing, embrace the emotions of the moment. If she shares something funny, laugh with her, get into the vibe. If the conversation takes a serious turn, show empathy, as though you're truly present in the moment. Small gestures like leaning slightly forward as she speaks, or adjusting your tone to match the mood of the conversation, show that you're in sync with what's happening. Here's the most powerful part. Don't be afraid to show vulnerability. Opening up about your own challenges, like saying, "I've been through something similar and it was tough at the time," makes her see that you're human and willing to be authentic. This kind of exchange deepens the connection and leaves a lasting impression. How to strategically use humor? Humor. It's practically a superpower when it comes to building a connection. It makes the conversation flow, lightens the mood, and shows that you're confident and capable of engaging intelligently. But here's the key: don't force jokes or try to be the group clown. The goal is to use subtle humor that fits the moment. For instance, if she mentions having a stressful day at work, you could respond with something like, "At least you survived the office chaos. That's a win, right?" This approach adds a touch of levity and makes her laugh, helping to ease the tension. Another great technique is self-deprecating humor, in moderation. Sharing something funny about yourself, like a quirky hobby or an embarrassing moment, can break the ice and make her feel more at ease. But be careful. It should be light and fun, not something that makes you seem insecure. Being able to laugh at yourself demonstrates confidence and charm. Now be cautious with jokes that are offensive or might make her uncomfortable. That can ruin the moment instantly. Stick to positive humor that's fun for both of you. When done right, humor not only makes her laugh, but also makes her want to spend more time with you. You know what really catches a woman's attention? A man who knows who he is and isn't afraid to show it. Being authentic doesn't mean ignoring what others think, but staying true to your values while respecting those around you. Acting genuinely conveys a level of confidence that's incredibly attractive. This ties into leadership. It's not about controlling or dominating, but taking initiative. For instance, if you're on a date, suggesting a restaurant or planning, something special shows that you know what you want and are willing to lead the experience. This removes the stress of indecision and helps her feel comfortable, knowing she's with someone confident. Oh, and when it comes to handling compliments or criticism, keep it simple and straightforward. If she compliments you, instead of deflecting or downplaying it, say something like, "Thank you, that means a lot to me." This shows maturity and self-confidence. If she offers criticism, handle it gracefully. Something like, "I see what you mean, I'll think about that." Women can easily tell when a man is comfortable with himself, and that's a highly valued trait. Being authentic and a leader doesn't mean ignoring her preferences. Quite the opposite. Listening to what she likes and incorporating that into your decisions shows you value the partnership. When you balance leadership with respect, you create a dynamic that's not only attractive, but also unforgettable. Have you noticed that sometimes actions speak louder than words? Exactly. Body. Language plays a huge role when interacting with a woman. From how you move to how you occupy space, everything communicates confidence and interest, or the lack thereof. A confident gaze, for instance, is worth more than 1,000 words. When she's speaking, maintain eye contact. This shows you're genuinely paying attention. But be careful, not to the point where it feels like a staring contest. A direct look, paired with a light smile, creates a special moment. However, constantly looking away can make you seem nervous or uninterested. Proximity also matters. Moving slightly closer while she's talking or leaning in her direction can show you're engaged. But here's the golden rule: respect her space. If you notice her pulling back, maintain the distance. It's all about creating a comfortable and respectful environment. Don't forget the small gestures. They can make all the difference. Smooth hand movements while you talk, casually adjusting your hair, or even a thoughtful touch on your chin while reflecting on something she said, all of this creates a presence that holds her attention. The most important thing is for your body language to feel natural, reflecting who you are. Forcing gestures or poses can come off as fake. So relax, be yourself, and let your confidence do the talking. How to keep the interest alive. Long-term winning a woman's interest is just the beginning. The real challenge lies in keeping it alive. And do you know the secret? Creating an interaction that stays exciting and out of the ordinary. This means avoiding the predictability that makes everything feel dull. Try surprising her in simple but meaningful ways. It could be suggesting something different, like an outdoor adventure, or sharing an interesting fact about something you discussed. These surprises create unique moments she'll remember. Now, here's an important tip. Balance is everything. Being present all the time might seem like a good idea, but in reality, it can make your attention lose some of its value. It's essential to dedicate quality time when you're together, but also to maintain focus on your own life and interests. When you have a rich and independent routine, it sparks even more curiosity and desire to be with you. After all, who doesn't love feeling anticipation and excitement for the next amazing moment together? Communication is also key to keeping the interest alive. Don't let your conversations fall into a rut. Keep exploring new topics, learning more about her, and sharing your own goals. For example, if she talks about a new hobby or something she's excited about, show interest. That sounds really cool. How did you get into that? Or better yet, suggest doing something together related to it. These exchanges keep the dialogue dynamic and show that you care about what matters to her. Here's the finishing touch. Pay attention to the details. Remembering something she mentioned casually and bringing it up later is a golden gesture. It could be a quick message about something you talked about, or even planning something related to her interests. These small acts show that you're genuinely attentive and make her feel special and valued in a way no one else does. Imagine looking into that special woman's eyes and feeling her completely connected to you. It's a moment that can change everything, but only if you know how to create that connection. There's a method that can help you get there, and it's waiting for you. It's not about playing games or using tricks. It's about awakening the right emotions at the right time. With the right knowledge, you can spark feelings she can't ignore and make her choose you without hesitation. The next step is simple. Click the link in the comments and watch the video that will show you how this is possible. The answers you're looking for are closer than you think. Don't let this opportunity slip by. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and check out the next video playing on your screen.